Afternoon everybody, Joe Walski, Head of Cloud Services for ANS. I'm here today to talk about our Cloud Check service. I think first things first, our Cloud Check service isn't something new, it's actually been something that we've been doing now for around 3 or 4 years, and actually the majority of our customers that we work with today around cloud services have effectively, the relationships began with our Cloud Check service. So actually organisations who already have a cloud environment, not necessarily customers who are just looking to adopt cloud for the first time. Typically their journey starts out with some form of proof of concept workload or some form of test and dev workload that naturally moves into production, and organically that environment grows over time. And it gets to a stage where it starts hitting the P&L or some form of budget line that makes the execs notice or management notice, or fundamentally there starts to be some concerns and questions raised around the data protection and sensitivity of information that's now being hosted in cloud, and people want some assurances that that data is safe and secure. So they're probably the two biggest drivers that we see around Cloud Check service. A lot of people have a bit of a misconception is that it's just about saving money, and yes, we do look from architectural principles and actually from a consumption perspective how we can better manage that environment to make sure you're not spending cloud consumption unnecessarily. But actually for ANS, like a lot of other services being offered out there, it's really about aligning the cloud capability to your IT operating model. So, helping you progress from a traditional ITIL model to something a bit more agile, making sure that people can still do what they need to do to get the most benefits out of cloud, but doing it in a secure and governed way. Everybody knows what the utopia of cloud looks like. Everything's serverless, there is no ops, and everything just works, but the reality of trying to get there is a lot more complex and complicated, and certainly the job of the solutions architects that work with our customers on Cloud Checks is to lay that roadmap out in more manageable bite-sized chunks. Done over 30 or 40 now, typically we see savings of anywhere between 20 or 25% with our customers when we're looking at how we can better manage and operate that environment. And effectively from an ANS perspective, it is no obligation, it is free of charge, but what it allows us to do is demonstrate some credibility within this kind of space. Certainly as a leading expert MSP, obviously we've been audited to these kind of standards, but there's nothing better than actually engaging with a customer around their environment specifically and how we can help them personally. So it's something, certainly a service I hold close to my heart, and like I said, customers definitely see value from it. We know that because over 50% of our customer base began their journey with us on the Cloud Check service. So you'd like to know more, speak to your account manager or any of the members at ANS, and we'll get back to you as quickly as possible.